Hello and welcome everyone, my name is Solomon Raz and today I will show you how you can craft ammunition in New World. So far, there are only two weapons which use ammunition in New World. The first weapon is the bow. Bows shoot arrows. In order to craft iron arrows, we will need the following three resources. Iron ingots for the tip, timber for the shaft, and feathers for the fletching. When gathering an iron vein that you can find along the border between Windsward and First Light abundantly, you will be able to gather loads of iron ore. Now you can get iron ingots from processing iron ore at the smelter of any settlement. For timber, you simply cut down some trees in the forest, process the green wood into timber at the settlement's lumberyard, and that covers the first two resources already. The third resource is feathers. You can get feathers from skinning turkeys that you can find all over the place, but especially outside of Windsward and Cutlass Keys did I find them abundantly. Having enough resources to craft the recipe once will result in 50 arrows. So if you are planning to play as an archer in New World, don't worry, you will not require that many resources to sustain your needs. But you will have to craft arrows regularly depending on how much of your fighting you do with the bow. The second weapon is the musket, which shoots, for example, iron cartridges. In order to craft iron cartridges, you will need the following three resources. Iron ingots for the bullet, gunpowder as a propellant, and linen to package these two things. When gathering hemp on the fields or in the forests, you get fibers. You can then process these fibers at the loom of any settlement into linen. Getting gunpowder is probably the most complicated part of this. In order to craft gunpowder, you need the following three ingredients. Charcoal, which you get from processing greenwood in the smelter. Flints, which you can find close to rivers but also from gathering boulders. And saltpeter, which you can gather in caves. You craft gunpowder at the workshop just like the iron cartridges themselves. Once you have all the ingredients for iron cartridges, you can start crafting. One recipe turns into 50 iron cartridges, so while the amount of resources to get some bullets is not that high, the effort you have to put into crafting them is definitely higher than for arrows, since flints cannot be found in large amounts and are rather gathered in singles along the river beds, while saltpeter only occurs in low amounts in specific places. So if you want to play the musket but you're not up for all of this gathering and crafting, try to find a guild or play with friends who don't play the musket, since every player finds iron cartridges while adventuring. However, if you want to get larger amounts of tier 5 ammunition, which increases your damage by 20%, then crafting might be inevitable. Thank you everybody for watching and see you in the next one.